I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Edward. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, whether it be a topic, reaction, re-review, review, randomness, whatever, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, this is for 3 episodes of Season 2 of South Park. Episodes 5, 9, and 10. Episode 5 that pretty much deals with a dodgeball game that the kids are playing, but is also dealing with this nurse who has this weird thing that she's a conjoined twin, but the dead twin is on the side of her head. And I wasn't sure what to make of this at first. The dodgeball bit was, I guess, okay. It's developing a little bit of this one character named Pip, which they make fun of, and he gets pissed, and then showcases that he's really good at dodgeball, just kind of like Bobby Boucher and the Water Boy. You piss him off enough, he'll be good at it. But then he'll throw a ball and make someone's nose bleed, and that helps him get to not only winning the championship, but then going overseas and fighting the Chinese team, which is very un-PC, because when they're in China, everybody has slanty eyes and the way they talk, and well, I would say this wouldn't fly today, but the guys at South Park usually don't care about that. They'll do whatever the hell they want. So it was kind of interesting to watch again because everything's so PC nowadays. So to see something like this, I'm like, oh, okay. In a way, the other story is a bit more interesting, where this nurse just acts normal. Based on one side, she looks fine and normal. She has this thing. And it's the whole dynamic of she just wants to be left alone. She doesn't want special treatment. She's fine with it. She's happy. She's secure with what she looks like. It's everybody else. It's like, no, we must help you. No, we're so tolerant. No, we want to spread awareness. No, we want to help you. We want people to understand your plight. No, we want to have a parade. No. And then by then she's like, shut the fuck up. She doesn't say that, but shut the fuck up. Like, the last thing I wanted was to be singled out. Okay, just, if you want to make fun of me like everybody else makes fun of everybody else. And I don't know, there's something about that where, almost like a weird empowering message. Like, yeah, I have this. I don't give a fuck. when I asked you, I'm fine with it. Take my advice, like take my opinion as concrete and say, yeah, I'm actually alright with it. You keep saying I need special treatment. Maybe I don't want and don't need special treatment. I'm fine and secure with it. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting way of that story deviating from the usual norm of stories that you see with that type of predicament. Or I just something about that was interesting to me. I will say, as a guy who has admitted I'm not big on South Park, I can admit, oh yeah, that was a little bit of a clever piece of writing from the makers of South Park to give fair where fair is deserved. To be fair on that front. The dodgeball stuff, I mean, probably the only chuckle I got out of that was Chef Isaac Hayes, because I miss Isaac Hayes. I mean, from back in the day, he did films, not just music like Shaft, but he did films like Steve from New York. And before that, he did Truck Turner, which I think is one of the best blaxploitation films out there. I really do believe that. And it was just fun to see. It's fun to see him play this shit. And when the coach was talking shit to him before, this is before they went to China. This is the national championship, I believe. It's like, sorry, coach, we just whooped your ass. You need some cream for that ass. This little song he does to piss off the coach who's talking shit. I got a chuckle out of that. But I don't know, the rest of dodgeball stuff, maybe because, like, why did it need to be Pip? Why can't it be one of the four kids? Like Cartman talking trash, or Kenny? Like this weird thing, like, this is, I don't know why they need to prep up Pip, because I don't give a shit about Pip. Even after even the whole team didn't give a shit about Pip after they won. So they kind of said what I was saying. Tell them to shut the fuck up. So episode 5, it was okay for kind of the side plot. Like, the side plot was more interesting than the actual plot, if that makes sense. The dodgeball stuff. Episode 9, it deals with this film festival, the Sundance Film Festival, and a guy that looks pretty much supposed to be Robert Redford. Oh, we took care of this town. We need to find some little town to have a film festival, and as soon as they do, it becomes all crazy again. Chef wants to sell his cookies, and they're all about, oh, go fudge yourself, and fudge this. Or probably one of the more recognizable parts of the show is that he has these cookies called chocolate salty balls. So you know where that's going with the humor. Eat some of my balls, children. You got the best balls, chef. You better believe it. Have some of my sweaty chocolate balls. Again, you know, that type of thing. It does make fun of independent films. Either they're in black and white or some about gay cowboys who eat pudding. Once again, is one of those episodes that they go after people or other things. Like they talk about how Godzilla 1998 sucked and Independence Day sucked. That's like in the first 5 minutes of it. And then, like, part of the Sundance Film Festival is TV's Fred Savage. And then the crowd's like, well, maybe a real person will show up soon. Like, well, you know, what did Fred Savage do to you? But apparently a lot of times they do this not because they have any beef. It's just because. I don't know, just a lot of it just does feel pretty mean-spirited. Does it really feel warranted? Like, fine, you don't like films, you know, disagree. But is it... I don't know. Mr. Hanky comes back from the Christmas special. So there's another appearance of Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, who is dying because there's so many people at this festival. It's flooded up the sewers. So he finally comes in. I would say the one moment that got a little bit of a smirk out of me is that they do a bit from Fantasia, where Mr. Hanky dresses in the Fantasia, Mickey Mouse outfit, and is doing stuff, but of course it's poo from the sewers to wash away the film festival crew. So yeah, the whole Fantasia bit was a bit clever. Also, Cartman selling out to do a movie version of Mr. Hanky. When they made it, it was Tom Hanks, and Mr. Hanky was a Monty. Something about that made me smirk. Although once again, it's like Cartman saying, that Tom Hanks sucks as an actor, and I'm like, why'd you get Tom Hanks? He sucks as an actor. I'm like, where's this coming from? I don't know. It's like, yeah, I know they keep saying they don't have a grudge, but they keep putting this in there as if they do have a grudge. That's why it's easy to assume if they have grudges, even though people say, oh, they don't. But then they keep putting this shit in. It's like, okay, what did Tom Hanks do to you? What did Fred Savage do to you? Well, yeah, they don't care. It was like, okay, well, they seem like guys that just will throw out cheap shots, but if they did cheap shots, oh my god, you can't do it. It's like, well, if you keep throwing out shots, believe me, that's something I gotta learn. That's something everybody has to learn. And people, very rarely do people do learn. I can admit that. Maybe the South Park guys could admit that. So, I didn't. I would say of the three, this was my least favorite. I didn't really care much about this episode. Mr. Hanky worked one time in the Christmas special. For me, the novelty wore off seeing him again. At least that's just me. But like I said, the Fantasia bit was a bit clever. Episode 10. The main story wasn't too bad. It deals with the chicken pox. And some doctor talks about, oh, well, Stan's sister has a chicken pox. The parents kind of talk about how, well, maybe if these kids get the chicken pox when they're young, when they're older, it could be more serious and it could be more crazy. So, oh, wait. Kenny has a chicken pox. Let's send the other 3 boys to Kenny, have a sleepover. And then Cartman keeps singing some song about the ghetto when he was around Kenny's place. It was kind of fun to see Kenny's living situation and Cartman being pissed that there's only waffles for dinner. We don't say fuck at the table, you little asshole. I like that bit where the Kenny's dad says to Cartman. I believe it was Cartman he said it to. Also, during the sleepover, Cartman just happens to have a Steve Urkel sleeping bag. That got a bit of a chuckle out of me. Most of them get chicken pox, except for, I believe Kyle doesn't. And Cartman always keeps using this lotion. It tries to do the subplot where Kenny's dad and I think Kyle's dad, they used to be friends and they go out fishing. I didn't give a shit about any of that. I don't care about the dads. I don't care about whether my 2 dads or whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't find them interesting. I didn't find it funny. I didn't find it anything of the sort. I did like the bit where the kids find out what's going on. Why are they doing that? Because they're assholes. So they hire a hooker who's got herpes. Surprisingly enough, they got music from the Monkees. I'm a believer. I mean, I just wonder how that conversation came about. I guess it's just go to Lido. Hey, can we use the Monkees song? Okay. I was assume the Monkees had to say yes, or someone had to say yes. I don't know, maybe someone there's a fan, or they said, oh yeah, use anything. So you're hearing the Monkees, I'm a believer, while the hooker just using all the toothbrushes and licking everything. The song helped that scene make it a bit funnier than it probably should be. I would probably say that was the better of the 3 episodes in this session. Because of the kids' reaction to getting the chicken pox, because of... I do think Cartman is the funnier of all the kids. It felt like he had a bit more to do here compared to episode 5 and 9. Like I said, episode 5 was okay. Like, the dodgeball stuff was okay, but like I said, the other stuff with the nurse was a bit more clever. Episode 9... Yeah, other than a few stuff, just some... I think the Mr. Hanky stuff just went, okay. It was fun one time. Like I said, for me, War Out is welcome. As episode 10... yeah, the whole stuff with the 2 dads fishing, I didn't give a shit about the rest, but the rest of it was okay. Like I said, none of these I loved or really liked a whole lot. Is it? Yeah. Kind of that reaction. And that's the thing with me in South Park. You know, I liked the Christmas special. I liked the Halloween special. You know, there's been a couple others I didn't mind. But there's been others I'm like, kind of like that meh feeling that it has its moments. Although I do like the South Park movie, which I always thought was kind of weird that I like the South Park movie, but the show I'm kind of on. And so, like, again, none of these 3 I hated, but just, it was there. Nice that it's only 20-some minutes long. That helps. The animation is pretty much the same. The paper cutout type of animation. Music-wise, again, the noticeable one is having a song from the Monkees in there. In episode 10. Which I like the Monkees. I remember the Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. People say we monkey around. I remember when they had a TV show way back in the day. I don't think it lasted that long. But I remember on a videotape that's long gone, I had one of them taped. It was like the Monkees and like vampires or something were there, and I don't know, I'm going off tangent, sorry. But you know, it was nice to interesting surprise to hear that on South Park, you know, Monty song. Not the theme Monty, but yeah, I'm a Believer. Where some people might not know if that is a Monty song. I'm a Believer, because now people, when they think of that song, they think of Shrek nowadays. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'd just be repeating myself. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.